Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Thermabright's channel, turning innovation into wellness. As always, we have the pleasure of Rob Pio, the Chief Executive Officer, joining us today. Welcome, sir.
Hey, Kyle, how are you?
Living the dream as always. It's a pleasure to see you. We got lots to dive down into, a lot of comments, questions kind of coming out of the woodworks here. But first and foremost, I mean, you're on the submission for an application to Health Canada for the approval of your AcuVid COVID-19 rapid antigen saliva test. So you want to give us some updates there? I noticed that you kind of got some Q&As on your own going back and forth with that submission. What insights can you offer there?
We're looking forward to that. That's another jurisdiction, obviously, that covers off potential sales for us. And then on the other side with the FDA, we did make a submission, a recent submission, answering a lot of questions the FDA had for us. And we're pretty confident with our submission, and we hope to get approval quickly on that. But if not, we have a strategy to deal with that if they don't come back immediately.
Now, are you finding a little bit of a delay in that process at all?
Yeah, it's time consuming. You know, I thought it would have been a lot quicker, but I think it's because we have a very innovative product. I mean, we're using saliva, so they ask you to do additional tests. And, you know, there's other challenges dealing with saliva with a rapid antigen test. So we're kind of trailblazing here. Like every other test is nasal based. So I can see why they're asking more questions. So I think, you know, we're hopeful. One of our regulatory people told us that if they didn't like this, we probably would have been out of the system by now. So it's a good sign.
I appreciate the insights. And kind of just looking under your umbrella of products here, from Intercepts, the ThermoZap, I mean, VenoWave or VenoWave, if I'm saying that correctly. What kind of updates can you offer on some of your other product lineups here?
Well, with VenoWave, I'll start with that. We're looking at forecasting with our partner in the US. We'll be doing that next week. We did send an initial shipment down to him, and we're looking at, you know, what he's going to sell here over the next few months. He's very excited. He thinks he can sell a lot of the product. You know, our agreement with him is, you know, 10,000 units a month to keep exclusivity. He thinks he can do greater than that. So we'll see what his ideas are in the upcoming weeks. The other products were in redesign with cold sore and the ThermoZap. So just looked at some designs last week. Pretty exciting look to it. Got some innovative technologies built into the products. And what we're going to do is we're working with a group out of the US to do some social media, doing videos, and then we'll really push on the social media, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, etc.
That's great to hear, man. So we're sitting in some pretty tumultuous times between the CPI data that just came out, or people just kind of concerned between the logistics and not really sure about cost inflation here. Is any of this affecting you under the hood there, or is there any insights you have on the broader market perspective?
Yeah, I mean, I think the inflation is affecting everybody. You see the increase in material prices, etc. You're also seeing lags with supply lines, etc. That really affects us for sure. I mean, if you look at our VenoWave order, that should have been delivered a long time ago, and it was because of all these supply issues and concerns in the marketplace. But I think we'll need to see you know, inflation settle down. I think the only way they can do that is they have to increase rates a little more aggressively in the US, and then that'll bring down the inflationary pressures we're seeing now. It's probably going to hurt a little bit during that period, but ultimately, I think that's what we need to see here.
And you guys aren't going to be really affected by the interest rate hikes, would you?
No, I don't think so. I mean, if anything, like our stock did quite well here over the last few days with the last update I did. So, you know, the small caps really got hit hard. So I think you can see a nice move here with the small caps over the next few months.
Yeah, they were the first to get hit, and usually they're the first to rally back. I think people need to understand, even though the stock market can get shocked here, typically it doesn't exactly one-for-one correlate to the CPI data that keeps coming out, and stocks can only go so low, right? So inevitably, it's a matter of being patient and having a long-term perspective here. But I'll pass the question off to the viewers at this point. We'd love to know what you guys think about all of this in that comment section below. Consider subscribing, because as news comes down the wire, of course, we'll continue to update you here. But on that note, stay cool, stay awesome, and as always, I look forward to catching you in the next one.